Hey everybody, welcome back to Buford Pusser, the other story. I'm here in my YouTube studio. I just wanted to get with you about some things that are going to be taking place. We have the Buford Pusser Festival coming up here on the 9th, 10th, and 11th of this coming week. And as you know, many of us are going to get together in Adamsville. We're going to take some time to get to know each other. We meet each other all the time on Facebook, and we discuss things there. We discuss things here on chat, as well as making several comments. And of course, we all have different opinions about Buford and the legend that surrounds him. But we're going to put all that aside when we meet in Adamsville this week. I wanted to have a meet and greet on Saturday morning, the 11th. We're going to be at the Selmer City Park. We're just going to have a big get together starting about 9:30 in the morning and going till about 11:30. That gives us a chance to get to know each other, put names and faces together, actually shake hands, have a cup of coffee, soft drink, donuts, whatever. But, I think that's valuable time. I visited with some of these people for years on the internet, talked to several of them on the phone, exchanged a lot of emails, but, I've never really got to meet several of them, and I hope to get to meet as many as I can Saturday. But the point is, first of all, I want to promote the festival. I mean, it's a good thing for Adamsville and for McNairy County. A lot of the merchants there really kind of depend on the festival for some extra income during the year. And, I think it would be a good thing to help them out. At any rate, the plan is to get together, have the meet and greet, and after that, we're going to move on over to Adamsville. Several people have never been to the museum before, and they'd like an opportunity to go there. It's a lot of fun. I've been there several times. It's interesting. It can be educational to a great degree. Doesn't tell the whole story, but it tells some of the story that people need to be aware of. At any rate, we'll spend an hour and a half there. And then the plan is to actually tour the route in caravan fashion that Buford took the morning of the alleged ambush. Now, that will take us, through a little bit of Adamsville, down to Statenville, Highway 57, across it, and eventually to New Hope Road. What I hope that people will get out of that is an idea of the route that Buford took that day, especially considering it was before dawn. So that will be a good thing. We're going to make several stops along the way as safety permits, some of them being, for instance, at the New Hope Methodist Church, where that an ambush party was alleged to have waited for Buford. 0.7 of a mile past that, we'll stop again, safety permitting, at the first ambush site. And, the whole idea here is so that people can get some photographs, just whatever they want to do. Look the place over, see what they see, see what they think that the ambush could have been like, if indeed there was one. From the first ambush site, we'll go another 2.1 miles down the road. We'll stop at the second ambush site, again, safety permitting. And, here again, that's a photo opportunity for a lot of people to get some good photographs. Things have not really changed that much down New Hope Road. Now it's Dyson Road, I guess. But with the exception, there's several new homes that didn't exist back in those days, but the road is a little bit wider now. It's paved now, where it was basically a chat back then. And on the day of the alleged ambush, you got to remember that at that point, it had just been freshly resurfaced. But at any rate, moving on, we're going to get photos there. We'll move on down to the state line area, where we hope to see the location where the Plantation Club sat, as well as the Shamrock Restaurant and the motel. Gives you some idea of really how large or small the place was. They talk about in the movies about trailers being out there for prostitutes, so on and so forth. You can take a look around for yourself, see if there was actually room for that kind of stuff. Also down in that area, you'll see Dahmer White's store. That's where Buford allegedly stopped, talked to Albert Kitty for a moment, showing him a handful of Pauline's brain with her wedding band allegedly stuck in the brain matter. Then we'll go on down past Albert Kitty's home, where Buford pulled over and was found by Mamie Elam. No relation. Of course, she said that she didn't know who it was, that she thought that the person that was there in the car injured was a state trooper, when it was actually Buford. She went down to Albert Kitty's home to get help, and that before they could return, a very short distance, I might add, Buford had left and headed on towards Selmer. Now we'll go down 45 a ways, and there we'll see, we'll pass by where Sheriff Dickey was killed in an auto accident. From that point, we probably won't get much of an opportunity, I might add, to stop there, because there's not much of a place for cars to stop, but we will be driving by slowly so everybody can get a look at it. Dennis Hathcock has acquired a FM transmitter, so everybody will be able to tune their car's FM radio to a particular frequency, and you'll get a little narration as we go through this tour. So even though we're not able to stop, you'll know where Sheriff Dickey was killed. From there, we'll get on Highway 45, the new highway, go down to Chihuahua Road that goes to the west. Down there about a mile or so is the site where the old Hickory Grill was. Now, there's no building left, but you'll get an idea of the location in relation to the state line itself. After we leave there, we'll go by where Willie B's was. Now, the building still exists. It's a two-story building now, where at the time it was only one story. It's obviously been renovated extensively, but you'll get an idea of what it was like out in that area. We'll head on in to Eastview, and when we get there, we'll pass by the site where that Buford was actually found that morning, he and Pauline, at Alan McCoy's store there at the corner of Alan McCoy Road and Highway 45. Shortly thereafter, we'll make a quick stop at a location where there used to be a state maintenance lot and a state park. And that is where Dennis and Johnny got up on the pile of gravel and could oversee the meeting that Buford had with a car from Oklahoma, where there was a gun exchange. From that point, we'll leave, we'll go on into Selmer itself. There, I've made arrangements for us to have a tour of the jail where Buford kept inmates. Carl worked, Pauline worked. You'll see how small the jail actually is. There's a cell block that's got possibly 12 or 15 bunks in it. Not very many, especially for the number of prisoners that Buford claimed that he arrested over the years. Uh, there's also the rooftop there where Paul David English went over the wall and escaped. Uh, there's the women's cell, which is only 2 bunks and a shower, but that is the location where Charlie Brown allegedly hanged himself. Some people say that he was murdered there, but who knows? At any rate, we'll get an opportunity to see all that. And while we're there, we will start out, of course, downstairs. And they have an area set up that shows to be Buford's office. Now, when you see that, you need to understand that's really not where his office was. His office was down at the end of the hall. We'll show you that. And we'll possibly get into the courtroom where Judge Treese presided. So, at any rate, there's lots to see. There's other things that are nearby that you can get to. For instance, just down the street, there is the location where Russ Hamilton had an apartment and where he was shot and killed. Some of us may go down there. And of course, there's always the cemetery at Adamsville where Buford and Pauline, Carl, Helen, Dewana are all at now. And, between Selmer and Adamsville is where he had his fatal accident. And there's a memorial there that, people can see. So all that's interesting. But it'd be a great time to get together, be able to visit, get to know each other a little more personally than we're able to through the internet. But I'll be posting an itinerary on my Facebook page that will let everybody know what our schedule is. Hopefully, we'll have a number of people show up. Right now, we've got about 40 that are definite, and almost that many that are probables. So we should have a good crowd. Of course, now the festival itself actually starts on Thursday. So for those of you who are there early, there's always a museum to see. There's the cemetery where that they have been laid to rest. There's the festival that takes place in the late afternoon and evening. Friday is the same thing. And then Saturday, of course, is the big day. That's when they make an announcement of who their sheriff of the year is, so on. And lots to see, lots to do. They're going to have rides, some food vendors, other vendors set up there as well. So I hope everybody can join us. Dennis Hathcock is going to be there along with myself, Kenny Rose, and others. I think Teresa Smith's going to be there. She's going to be bringing some of the books that Barbara Bivens wrote, Tommy and Me. And her family is signing those books. I'll have some books for anybody that wants to get one. And at any rate, should be a good time. Again, hope you can enjoy us. Look forward to seeing everyone that's possible on Saturday. And we'll go from there. I'll have another video out Thursday. For those who aren't able to get over there that early, that will be up for viewing Thursday afternoon as usual. And hope to have another one on Saturday, and hopefully have some footage of the events that we're doing while we're over there. So, and then we'll get back on schedule after that with more about videos about the ambush, and more specifically, what happened after the ambush. the way things fell together as far as the investigation and so on. So until then, everyone have a good weekend, a good week. Remember, the truth has no agenda.